When it comes to good Death Knight archetypes, there's definitely something fishy going on with this deck. Before we get started, I just want to let everybody know that if you're watching this video a couple of hours after it's posted, I am most likely live over at twitch.tv/ClarkHELLSCREAM. So if you want to see the decks and the games that are most likely going to make it onto the YouTube channel live in person, then go ahead and check out the channel because I'm going to be streaming for quite some time. I'll be doing these kind of streams daily, so if you want to suggest any kind of deck ideas in order for me to play, the best place to get a hold of me is going to be during those live streams. But let's go ahead and talk about what I believe is going to be the most popular Death Knight, even though it may not quote-unquote be the best Death Knight, because if you want my opinion, I think that Blood DK is still quote-unquote the best deck when it comes to Death Knight archetypes. But you want to know what? Sometimes you don't want to play a really long control deck, and you just want to smack people in the face, and I'll tell you right now, this is the deck to do it with. And I know a lot of people are automatically being, a little bit sussed out by the, the Murloc Ravager as well as the Murloc package that we have in this deck. But I'm here to assure you that these are good card inclusions, and the reason why is because when you compare it to the old card that people were running, Famish Fool, this card was only really good if you could get the infused value out of it, and you almost never wanted to play it as a 5-mana draw 1 card. With Murloc Ravager, this card works perfectly in the deck because you have cards like Murmy, Amalgam of the Deep, as well as Murlocula. But I'm gonna be honest with you, you really just want to use Murloc Ravager to draw your Murloculas. It's a great way in order to rebuild the board after your opponent clears, a board or two. But why is Murmy so good in this deck? Murmy is amazing because now that it has the Undead tag, it works perfectly with gaining corpses for Battlefield Necromancer. So you Murmy on 1, kill it off. It summons another 1/1. You get a corpse, so you can summon a 1/3 from that Murmy. And then on the 3rd turn, you can kill off the 2nd Murmy thanks to the Reborn, and now you have value from your Nerubian Vizier. So this just works extremely well with the Undead package that you have, to the point where, guess what? You don't even need Egg anymore. Egg is old news because the only thing you really cared about with Egg was buffing it. And, well, you don't really need to do that anymore. You can just focus on what the deck likes to do, generating corpses, playing a bunch of minions, and making sticky boards, to where your opponent is, they're not gonna notice that you're not running Egg, But one thing that I also want to point out is the Murlocula again, because Murlocula really can go the distance in this deck because of the fact that you can play it for 0 mana. And when you think about in combination with Hawkstrider Rancher, it works extremely well if you say on turn 7, play Rancher into Nerubian Swarmguard into double Murlocula to essentially fill up your entire board. All those minions are going to have the Death Rattle +1/+1, and if you have Grave Strength, that game is just over, dude. It's just over. And if you look at the legendaries that we have in this deck, I do believe that Pozic is amazing. It's really good on turn 4. But the reason why this card is good is because it forces your opponent to play on your game plan instead of on their game plan, because they want to usually get rid of the 3/3 to deny you value, right? Well, most of the times when that happens, Pozic is just literally going to be able to hit face with everything else that you have, so you have like a free turn to just throw everything to the face. So if they play a 3/3, you're usually pretty happy with that if you play this card on turn 4. And that's really how I can best sell this card, is that if your opponent doesn't have an AoE, then you're just going to be able to hit face with all of the minions that you have, and if they do, then you get 3/3s out of it, so, it's kind of a win-win situation for you. Win-win-win, because they also are down in AoE. But another reason to run the legendaries is because Sylvanas is like one of our only like real comeback cards in case there's like a giant taunt against Zoc Druid, for example. If they play, 2 1-attack taunts, that really doesn't do a whole lot. Once those taunts start getting to like, 3+ attack, they're maybe a little bit more problematic to deal with. But maybe in those matchups where you need to get rid of like a taunt minion, or even like a light ray from a paladin opponent, that can sometimes be pretty good. And obviously Lord Marogar is just, it's core. You need this card in your deck. There's no reason to not run it. And honestly, I have the golden version of this card, so why isn't he in the deck? Come on, Blizzard. I like my golden cards. Perfectly golden deck. But I think I'm 100% sold on this deck, so let's talk about the stats and what matchups it's good against. I started playing this deck around the gold and platinum ranks, and I'm honestly just going to tell you, man, I was winning a lot of games, and I haven't been testing a lot of archetypes recently, but on my most recent stream, I almost hit Legend with it. Dude, I got gatekept from Legend so hard during my last stream. I was on my final boss, and then this happened, man. It was absolutely tragic. But if we just take a look at Unholy DK, I have gone 36 and 17 for a 67% win rate with this deck so far. So I think I'm pretty sold on the Murlocs, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not missing eggs, guys. I know it's going to be like probably the most common question. Why don't we run eggs? Because Murmy is our new egg. It's a perfect card. But this deck really can go the distance. I'm just really sad that I can't report that I'm at Legend because I got gate kept super freaking hard. I'm at rank 3 right now. I'm just gonna move my face. Boom, rank 3. Look at that. Look at that Finley. And if we take a look at the data websites, Death Knight is still on top compared to the rest of the meta. And just, oh man, it's... Seeing this just still makes me sad. I have to point that out every single time I look at it. But if we take a look at the patch in the Platinum ranks, Unholy Death Knight is, rocking a 60% win rate, as to be expected. And it's, probably going to be one of the most popular decks you're going to see at this rank. But then once you start climbing up, it becomes a little bit more popular, but it starts to taper off around, like, the Diamond and Legend ranks, because there are more decks that are pretty effective at destroying Unholy Death Knight. But still, 61% at 11,000 games since the patch. I should probably just put the Murlocula in the tab in order to make sure we're only seeing this list. But at the same time, when you compare them to the rest of them, like, just look at that, man. It towers above it. So the Diamond ranks, it's looking very similar. The Murlocula list on top. But if you look at every single tab, it looks like the Murlocula list is absolutely on top right now. It's just Murlocs are the way to play it because there's just a lot of mana cheating that you can do, a lot of big boards that you can summon. And I'm just surprised to see that more people aren't playing this list at top 1000 Legend, because even then, it's got a 57% win rate. But when you compare it to the rest of the decks that are playable, like there's still Spell Demon Hunters, there's Miracle Rogues, there's Tony Druids, Outcast Demon Hunter, and then you start to have the Unholy Death Knight starting to rise up a little bit. And if we take a look at the past couple of days, it's really, really popular in the last 3 days, actually. So I think that's, a lot of data in order to support that Unholy Death Knight is probably a deck that might hit you Legend very, very easily. And don't forget, if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel to be notified about any of our future updates. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck intro, and we'll see you for the next video. Am I really losing, or are we just, evening out? I'm fine with evening out of 70, okay? Perfectly okay with that. Go ahead and just get rid of everything. Because those are Murlocs. We can draw those Murlocs later. Mwah. Alright, alright. I need to make up for that, for the lost time in that last game. Because that felt like an eternity. In fact, that last game was like 16 minutes. Oh! Wow, you picked the worst one. Imagine that. You actually picked the worst one, dude. That's a W. 3 wins, by the way, I think is what we need. Go ahead and just boop it. Give it a little love tap. What spell you gonna play? You gonna play that that snap? The snap freeze? Yeah! Playing along to the music as my opponents take their sweet ass time. It is not automatic, no. It is not automatic. I have to put it through Spotify. But yeah, if you put down a song in chat, then I will put it on the playlist. In fact, oh, I might have missed yours. In fact, that's exactly what happened. Okay, it is on Spotify. Go ahead and give this one a listen. Dragon Chaser. Ooh, okay, you have my attention. It's impossible not to sell me. I love dragons. I only get 1 card if he doesn't play it, but we still get to mill something. Yeah, it's another skeleton mage. Hey, man, mage players gotta enjoy something. At least they finally have a playable deck. But, dude, this deck seems really good against mine. Because he's actively gaining armor, he's actively developing onto the board, and his board removes my board. That's like 3 for 3. Oh, man, that Snap Freeze now actually looking really good. Ay, ay, ay. Top deck Stormguard, please. Oh my god.
Who here can spell Zinjari? Anybody?
Pick me! Pick me! Off the feathers.
I gotta smack him, dude. I'm the aggressor. Not much else I can really do. Oh god, what is that? Like MIDI keyboard? Yeah, I love the MIDI effects in this song. I don't know why, but this feels like something I'd hear in like a space anime deck. Even though the song is called Dragon Chaser. I'm enjoying Classic? With what deck, though? What deck are you playing in Classic? Oh, he's setting up the AoE, isn't he? Yup. But at least I've got the boys. Got the birdie boys. Okay, so Hero Power, Grave Strength. Oh my god, it's exact lethal. Hey, Lul Mao. Nice try, nerd. Nice try, nerd. This dude thought, but he didn't think fast enough. Woo. Best newcomer hardcore metal? I mean, I would say the best newcomer metal is Sleep Token. They are fucking great. I wish Mysterious Challenger was in Classic. One of these days, man. One of these days, they're gonna release Hearthstone 2, and you know what Hearthstone 2 is gonna have? It's gonna have like a format for every single period of Hearthstone, you know? Classic, Noxramas, GVG, for anyone who actually wants, you know, to hurt themselves, the Grand Tournament. But aside from that, I also have no idea why I kept this card. I was just thinking maybe it's a mirror, and I can get lucky with the Rancher, but it's not a mirror. Boom. Bad start. Very bad start, by the way. Oh my god, at least 4s. Who am I? None of your business. They'll just put it in the Grander Tournament. Yeah, dude, the Grand Tournament was like the first flop expansion. Bro. Never keep a 4-drop in an aggro deck. Wow, this was... I guess I learned my lesson. I guess I learned my lesson. Yeah, I'm getting my arms ready. We're gonna have to pump them up, dude. We're just gonna pump them up, man. Not much else I can accomplish here. So yeah, we have to play one of these. Next turn I could play Rancher into Swarm Guard. Actually no, sorry. So I can go School Teacher, then go like Murloc into this on turn 7. And maybe win with this if I don't get AoE, but I don't really have much options here. You haven't heard Thunderstruck since middle school? Bro, this comes on the radio all the time for me. But at the same time, I also play this song live, and it's honestly a really fun song to play. It is not hard at all on drums, but it's not supposed to be. Our lead vocalist, though, can do this voice. He can do this voice almost perfectly, and it blows me away every single time. I definitely cannot without like blowing out my vocal cords, you know. Blown out the walls, blown out the walls. Yeah. I could almost. It sounds like I'm doing it as a joke whenever I do it for real. Yeah. But it just sounds like I'm like doing a joke or doing a bit. I can't like not laugh at myself while doing it. Yo, come on, dude. Can you play a little bit faster so that way I can get Froster infuriated and then just concede the game? At the same time, this might... Oh my god, dude. This is just a complete blowout. I have to hold. Hold! Oi, dude. At least I've got a pretty good idea if I don't get Frostworm Infuriated. But even then, it's just not going to be good enough unless I draw some more top end. So if we don't kill him by like turn 8, we're out of here. But yeah, dude, AC/DC will always bring, you know, positive memories. Just because of the band. Oh my lord. It's already such a bad matchup. I don't know what it is about this portrait, but it just seems to fit this this deck perfectly. Alright, here we go. Maybe Murlocula healing can matter. Imagine drawing another Grave Strength. Pump it is. Yeah, I could start pumping it to pump it. Oh wait, I gotta do this. Oh, dude, doing this is gonna be kind of difficult actually. Tunes into Sleep Token, not quite my my music. Wait, which one did you look up? Because there's one song in particular that's like amazing, and if it's that song, then I'm like, oh man, I guess they aren't your cup of tea.
Anybody?
Reach for the skies.
Okay, you listen to the summoning. Okay, that's the one. That's the one.
Pick me.
That's the one. Okay, if you don't like that, then you're not gonna like Sleep Token. Fair enough, mate. At least you gave it a try. I do appreciate that. But I love that song, dude. Oh my lord. Everything about that song is absolutely perfect in my eyes. Alright, I am like super dej. Wait. 9 plus 9, 15. Dude, we like almost kill him.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
9, 15, 24. Dude, we're 2 off lethal. That's insane. If we had just literally had any early game aggression. But now I have to, like, play like this. Damn, dude. Same time, I am healing. 13. If I get frozen, I'm dead anyway. There was an argument just to hit him in the face, actually. So that way I could arms dealer into hero power, and that could have won the game. But that would have been 5 extra damage. And then I would have still died exactly to Frostwyrm Fury, so now I had to trade. Because now I can technically top deck School Teacher and still find lethal. I technically have an out. Is this song on Spotify? Brajira?
Reach for the skies.
I mean, hey, he didn't have the Fury. Guys, he didn't have the Fury. Can't get mad at him for it, right? I won? I won? I won? I won the game? I won the game, bro! Oh. Oh. Whatever, man. Lose is gonna lose, I'll tell you what.